Hi ninth class, today we are going to learn about solubility of a solute. Solubility is the maximum amount of solute which in grams taken can be dissolved in 100 grams of solvent and saturated solution is formed at that temperature. So factors on which the solubility of solute depends, nature of solute. Different solutes have different solubilities in the same solvent at a given temperature. Potassium chlorate, if 4 grams can be dissolved, whereas sodium chloride, 36 grams of sodium chloride can be dissolved in 100 grams of water. So it is dependent upon the nature of solute. Nature solvent. Solubility of a substance depend upon nature of solvent. For example, this sodium chloride can dissolve highly soluble in water, whereas if we take benzene and we dissolve sodium chloride in benzene, sodium chloride is insoluble. Temperature. Solubility of maximum salt increases with increase in temperature, except few salts which show exceptions. So how that is being shown is there in this chart. We call it solubility curve. In this solubility curve, on the downside on x-axis we are putting temperature, and on this how much gram of substance we are dissolving in water when we are heating it over here. Temperature is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and so on. So we will feel that there are certain substances which have high solubility even at 0 degree temperature. Sodium nitrate is there. Potassium chloride is having 20 to 25 grams of solubility at 0 degree. Then potassium nitrate also 10 to 15 degree. But there are other salts which at lower temperature have less solubility. Then as with the increase in now we will see that if we are increasing the temperature from 0 to 10 degree, what we see, everybody's solubility started increasing. When we are going to 20, we said sodium nitrate crossed 100. Then we saw that this potassium nitrate crossed 30. So what is happening? Generally with increase in temperature, the solubility is increasing. But there is exception. Sodium chloride, if we see, its solubility is slightly increasing, 35 to 36 or 37 it is going. See the straight line in between 30 and 40. When we talk about one more, we are having potassium chlorate, slow it is increasing. Then there is one more case in which first it is increasing then decreasing, calcium sulfate given down. Generally at 0 degree temperature, its solubility is 0 if you see the curve. Then with increase it is going till 50, around 5 grams can be dissolved. But after 50, when we are going 60, 70, solubility is decreasing. Then one more case, sodium sulfate 10 water molecule is there. First with increase to 35 degree temperature, its solubility gone to 40 grams in 100 grams. But after reaching the temperature, crossing the temperature from 35 to 40, it is showing decrease in its, we call it anomalous solubility, anomalous behavior. So this we got the clear-cut information about different substances dissolving in water. Now if we are studying about solubility curve, what information we get? We can compare solubility of different substances. We can calculate solubility of a given substance at a temperature. To study, we can also study the effect of cooling. If we are cooling them, what happens? When we are cooling them, they will start changing into crystals. If we are heating them, they are dissolving in liquid, but if we cool them, they will start getting collected in form of crystals. There is a law known as Henry's law, which is showing the effect of pressure on the solubility of a gas in a liquid solvent. Henry states that a mass of a gas dissolved in a fixed volume of liquid is directly proportional to the pressure. That means more is the pressure, more is the gas dissolved in the given liquid. We have seen carbon dioxide has been filled in our soft drinks. When we open them, they come out with greater force. So you can increase the solubility if you increase the pressure. Okay. Opening the bottle, the gas rapidly bubbles out because pressure on the surface of water is less in that case when we open it. So these gases start going out. So decreasing the pressure, solubility will decrease. Now what will happen if the temperature, if we start boiling the water, if we increase the temperature, then he says the gases will escape, their kinetic energy will increase, so they will leave the solution. So the gases will the solubility of the gases will decrease. Children, now we will be studying about certain salts which contain water in them. The water, when they were crystallized, some water joined with those crystals. So the water which is present in the crystals, we call it water of crystallization. And such salt which contain water, we call them hydrated salt. These molecules of water of crystallization are in a loose chemical combination. They are not physically present, they are chemically combined with those. But when we heat them at 100 degree, the bond between them breaks and water is given out. On heating these hydrated crystalline salt, they lose the water of crystallization, they become amorphous, they even lose the color, they even become powder like white in shape. Some of the example of hydrated salt here in copper sulfate got 5 water molecules. That means with 1 molecule of copper sulfate, 5 water molecules are attached. So in case of sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate, what we need to learn? We need to learn these things. Questions are coming on this. Write their common names or chemical names, then write their hydrated names, their formula, and you need to learn their colors. So do learn that. There is one activity which we need to prove that copper sulfate 5 water molecules is blue in color, and this blue color is due to water, and it contains water of crystallization. He said, now take this copper sulfate water molecule in a test tube and start heating it. When we start heating it, it's white, it start losing the water from there. We can see droplets of water there, and this blue color will change into white color. Water is lost. So that means water of crystallization can be removed by heating the hydrated salts. Now what these salts are known as? They are known as hydrated salts. After losing water, they become anhydrous salts. Efflorescence. Substances which contain are hydrated or contain water of crystallization. When they are exposed to atmosphere at an ordinary temperature, dry conditions, they loses the water which is present in them. So this efflorescence is maximum when temperature is high, atmosphere is dry. What happened? They loses the water present in them. Second property is deliquescency. There are certain substances which are water soluble, and when they are exposed to atmosphere, they absorbs the water from the air, and then slowly they dissolve in it and forms a saturated solutions. Deliquescency may be due to temperature is lower, humidity in the atmosphere, vapor pressure of substance is lower. These are the things which are controlling the deliquescency. There are certain examples which shows deliquescency. They are this anhydrous calcium chloride, caustic potash, caustic soda, ferric chloride. Now we are having hygroscopic substances which has tendency to absorb water from the surrounding. We call them hygroscopic substance.